and the infighting too. And the infighting. I'm here to interact with all of us. I'm here to interact with all of us. If anyone has any method in which we can apply to achieve Biafra, fast, tell us. Because it appears that some people are just there to destabilize what we are doing. When you come up with this method, they say this method is not the best. You bring another method, they say it will lead to loss of life. You bring another method, they say you will collapse your economy. So which method? The people, at least, if we condemn this method or criticize this pattern of freedom fighting, you tell us this is how to follow, this is how do we get Biafra? Fast, not 50 years, in 50 years coming. How do we get Biafra? This year. Not in 50 years coming. It's not just coming out. Hey, we don't want this kind of freedom fighting. We don't want it will lead to loss of life. And you go and sit down, you are not bringing in any ideology. You are not bringing in any, bring your ideas to the table. Ever since I've been in this one, nobody has messaged us to tell us, oh, can we apply this method? Can we apply this method? They are just there criticizing and condemning and looking for who to devour. Now, one thing we must know is that in freedom fighting, in what we call a serious freedom fight, we know that we have to apply caution, yes. But in a serious freedom fight, if we are really serious in liberation of Biafra, we are not talking about agitation. We're not talking about agitation is different. You are agitating. You are calling on the government to grant referendum. It's agitation. You are calling on the governors to do this and that. Yeah, it's agitation. In freedom fighting, there must be casualties. That's just the truth. I'm not saying that we should start fighting no, but the truth, we cannot escape some strategies, incidents here and there in freedom fighting. No nation got its independence on a platter of gold. And of course, we know that Africa is not like the white man's land. The white man, we know that they are very, I don't know the level of civilization there. They believe in round table and paper agreements. But in Africa, it's not like that. In Africa, it's not like that. How many times will you write? Nobody will listen to you. You write today, tomorrow, nobody will listen to you. You talk today, tomorrow, nobody will listen to you. But when you react, you act. When you take action, that is the language they will call you for negotiation. That's Africa for you. So anybody who is saying it is about negotiation, or we should follow due process of law, or we should do this and that. That person is I think that person, maybe that person came all his lifetime. He has been in London or America where there is law, so he's coming back to advise us. But we know the Nigerian system. We know that grammar cannot solve a problem. English cannot solve. Courts cannot solve a problem. Right today, tomorrow, paper and pen in Nigeria cannot solve a problem. There's one language they understand, and that's the only way our voice can be heard. I'm not saying anybody should go and kill somebody or should go and fight, but there must be strategy in one way or the other. Because we have people that their brain is hot, that their head is hot, that want Biafra today, tomorrow, and they are ready to make the supreme sacrifice. So you who is not ready, Nobody sent the people that died to go and maybe confront anybody or to go. He's willingly they came out to protest, you know, and those that are even carrying on the name of the struggle. Most of these people are volunteers. Nobody sent them. Most of them are volunteers. And when criminals carry out activities in the name of the struggle, we know. I will know when criminals, because we know that there are a lot of criminals that are trying to hijack the struggle, and some of these criminals, most of them is being funded by the criminal politicians. Some criminal politicians, they are being funded by those ones are not for us, they are being used for politics. So when the real freedom fighters, when they come out, you know. When they ask, you know. You know. So I see a lot of people agitating that the way this struggle is going, they don't like it. But I've not seen anybody coming up with at least a different idea that will give us Biafra this year. That will give us Biafra this year. Not coming to, you are kicking against the approach that others are taking. You are just there to kick against. We are not bringing your. We need your own ideology. We need your own idea. We need your own idea. How do we get Biafra today, tomorrow? Not 50 years to come. Not 50 years to come. But I want to see Biafra at my young age. Not 50 years to come. Maybe when I'll be 70 years. So whereby you don't have anything to contribute. You don't have any idea, you are just there. You don't need to come and be attacking those that have carried it upon themselves. You don't need to come and attack those that have carried it upon themselves. That is just the truth. I have said that before, I believe in independence of Biafra by any means possible. Any means possible. If in the course of the struggle it results to conflict, we mobilize and fight. That is the truth. Because that is the situation you find yourself at that moment. When you find yourself in that situation, it has resulted to conflict. You have to adapt to the situation. You have to adapt to the situation. You have to adapt to the situation. I don't want to start mentioning names of some of the comments, the posts, or those that are issuing press statements. They have never come up with any kind of action. They have not since the abduction of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. They have never taken any action. We have not seen any action. All we are seeing is pleading, and calling for negotiation. And when others are trying to give the great heat, so they are spoiling what we are. They are trying to spoil what we are doing. They are trying to spoil what we are doing. Now let me go to the seat at home that Mr. Simon Ekpa declared. I think I'll have to be a little bit specific because I saw a lot of reaction. Even some people called me. Blah 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 blah. They are not in support of 4-day sit at home or whatever. Yeah. I told them that my own is that I wouldn't want innocent people to die, and I wouldn't want. I think nobody has authorized anybody to enforce sit at home. I posted it. Even if you that is enforcing sit at home, you're supposed to be at home. Because I didn't see any announcement or any post somewhere that some people will come out to enforce it. So I told them that if sit at home has been declared, it's not for you to come publicly to start attacking. You don't want to sit down. When you come out, anything you see, and some people when they see that their area is rough, but there are some areas that are rough naturally, and when such a thing comes up, anything can happen, and you know the nature of your area, that your area is rough. When sit at home is declared, even if you don't want to be, but for the sake of your life, you know that the area I live is very rough. At least the nature of your area. I received there was a lot of pressure. And sit at home or declared. And some people, I saw also opposite reaction, both from the DOS, from the legal counsel of Mr. Nnamdi, even the wife. I saw a lot of reaction from different people. And the truth, I didn't have chance to make videos during that festive period. I didn't have time, but I saw, and I was smiling when I was reading all those comments. I was smiling, though they have said that Kanu said he's not in support. He's not in support of any sit at home. He's not in support of the way the struggle is going now. They have come to make the public understand that he is not. He has removed his hand from what is going on now, which of course, though we didn't hear from him, but there are people that are hearing from him. And but the truth of the matter remains that when he was there, I mean Mr. Nnamdi, when he was there, he declared series of sit at home. And of course, we know that a lot of things happened. So I begin to wonder, is it the same approach that he applied and someone is applying it, he's against it? So I begin to wonder when I see this press statements. That's just the truth. What Simon is doing now, Nnamdi Kanu did it. Even double. As in, his own was far higher than what Mr. Simon is doing now. We all know that. It's not a new thing. So when you say he's trying to, does it mean when he was doing it then, giving those orders commands, you didn't come out to say that is not how it's supposed to be. That is not how it's supposed to be. Because no other person can champion the Biafran struggle. No other person. No other person can champion the Biafran struggle. More is anything that will give us Biafra. I have said it. If today it has resulted to conflict, we will fight. We will mobilize and fight. If the situation has come to that level, we are not calling for conflict and we are not fighting. But the fight may come, although they are already bringing it to our doorstep by coming to attack our people, burning down our homes. So you can see that they are bringing it to our doorstep, and these are the things that can lead to total conflict, total disaster, because the people are not fools. So we are there. I am waiting for anybody that will bring his own method. Since the one that we are doing now, you are not in support. Don't just condemn and criticize and sit down in your house. You are not bringing anything to the table. You might follow your own idea, might be the best. You might give us to Biafra even this week. That is what we need. We need everybody to bring in his or her ideas. Because all what we are reading every day is attack here and there, which is very, very bad. And I have not seen anything that, of course, we know right from you guys should, many of you that were there when Mazin Nambikano was giving orders. Has any order now or instruction or what is happening surpass his own? No, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. So let's say we tell our people at home is to be careful, to be observant. To be careful and to be observant. Because in a freedom struggle like this, especially when it has, when you know, when your area, especially where you live, is rough, and you know that at any moment, anytime they can shoot, there can be a confrontation. There can be confrontation. Flying bullet can hit somebody. Flying bullet can hit somebody. Mistakenly. Nobody is professional in handling gun. Nobody is professional. Look at the policeman that shot a lawyer in Lagos. So, if you know the nature of it, you be careful. Like in Bakassi Peninsula, where we operate from, you don't move anyhow in Bakassi. You don't move anyhow. You don't, because the militant can strike at any time. They can strike at any time. The army people can attack at any time. That's the situation in Bakassi. So there's always time that you are supposed to move. There's always time that you are supposed to move. And when it's getting maybe to cool evening or something, you have your tape. Army people begin to block everywhere. They begin to block everywhere once it's cooling. And when you are passing, you raise your hand up. You come down from the vehicle and raise your hand up. Especially at the water side. At the water side in the evening, you don't need to move. You don't need to move. Or at night, once like 7, what are you doing in the water? I don't need to. If you are coming from market or going to market, you are coming to a time. You go back before night falls, or from 7. Because anything can happen. The militant might, on the process of attacking a military, they will mistakenly shoot you. Flying, that's what we call flying bullets. The Navy, on the process of trying to counter or attack the militant, they will mistakenly shoot you. They will mistakenly shoot you. So we cannot escape, how do I put it? We cannot escape strategies in this struggle. Accidental discharge, or whatever they call it. We cannot escape it. And we cannot, because we don't want people to die, or we don't want casualties. We'll go and sleep. We'll go and sleep. There's no other method that can give us Biafra fast than giving them heat. They need the heat. It's that heat that we want to give them. It's that heat. They need the heat. They need the heat. A lot of things that are happening. Of course, we don't need to come and begin to say, oh, the things that are happening in our land now, probably we have hand in it. We don't need to go to. They have received warnings. So anything that happens is their own cup of tea.